So I tried filming this last night, and it took me so long to even try to get through the intro because I am so bad at this that I started losing my voice. So we are back, and I came prepared with my hot tea. This is just Yogi Throat Comfort. It is one of my favorites. And this mug is from Wormwood and Honey Pottery. Love it. But yeah, we're gonna try this again, and hopefully I don't lose my voice. But I have been wanting to get back into YouTube for at least the past year, I would say, and kind of expand my niche. And I've even been collecting some little clips of B-roll here and there, and they have just been sitting on my memory card until like literally 2 days ago. I think I have really just been overthinking and overcomplicating things and dealing with some analysis paralysis, and then just having some, general nervousness to sit down and talk in front of the camera, which is just, something that I will have to get used to, and it'll get better in time. And it's been over a year now since my last upload, I believe. I'm not really making any promises here, but I have been making plans, just kind of struggling to execute those plans. And we'll chat a little bit about some of those plans in this video, and hopefully that'll help create a little bit of accountability and motivation for me, because I do want to do this and start posting more consistently like I ever was consistent. But I would really love to start posting consistently, and I've just been having this mental block to really get going, so I feel like I just need that push, and this is that push. I am just doing it, and we are here. So today I wanted to just share some of the current projects that I have been working on, from knitting and crochet to some of the makeup ideas that I have in mind, and then also just some things I've been reading and watching. But if this is your first time seeing me, hi. I'm Courtney. I am mostly known for my Halloween and horror makeup and cosplay tutorials. I'm also a yarn dyer and knitwear designer, and I did dabble in tattooing for a few years as well. I just generally love being crafty and creating things. So yeah, I guess let's just hop into the current projects. So first up, we have some gift knitting. And I say this every year that I need to get a head start, so I am not rushing the week before Christmas. And I think I am doing maybe a little bit better this year, but it still has just snuck up on me. But I just finished these Sadness Garn double slippers, which are felted wool slippers, and I think they just turned out so cute. I used my Highlands yarn base for this, which is a 100% Peruvian Highland wool, and this is just an old one-off colorway that I dyed several years ago. And then I'll also insert a clip of what they looked like prior to felting, and they do look a little bit silly because in the end you tuck one side into the other so you get that double thickness. But yeah, this was my first felted project, which is super exciting, and I want to make a bunch more, which actually works out great because I will be making a few more for some more gifts. I will say that the construction and the instructions are a little bit confusing just right off the bat. Once you make one, they're super easy and they just fly off the needles. But I did reference a really helpful video while making these from Petite Velo here on YouTube, so I will link that video as well as the pattern down below if you are interested in that. Next up, I'm working on a few beanies, and a couple of them are on the back burner right now just since they are for myself. But this one is actually for a test knit for Jack Sea Slack. This is their new marble hat pattern, which is in tarja. So it's worked flat and it'll be seamed up at the end. And then there will also be some hand embroidery detail that'll be added, and it will also be reversible. So yeah, super cool design. When Jack posted it, immediately I was like, okay, I need to make one of those. So this has been really fun. This is actually my, I think, first actual Intarsia project. So it's just been a really fun change of pace. And I believe that they are at least planning on releasing this pattern on Christmas Day. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And I will share my progress on this or the finished object in another video. But yeah, super excited about how this is coming along. You know what, I'm actually going to insert a little photo of what the hat is going to look like because I realize, you know, what is this? And there's also going to be a third color added in here soon. So we've got the black and this light gold, and then we have this pretty swampy green color. That's one of my new colorways. And then I forgot to also mention, this is my flock yarn base, which is the fingering weight version of the yarn that I used for those felted slippers. And then the other two beanies that I'm working on are my Cedar Trails design, which is this one here. It's just a simple 1x1 ribbed hat, worked in a worsted weight yarn. And I'll link this pattern if you are interested in that. But I basically wear this every day once fall hits. So I figured I needed to make a few more color options for myself. So the first one that I am working is this really pretty fall vibes colorway. This one is called Nightwork, and it's that same flock yarn base, but I'm holding it double so I can get the worsted weight gauge. And then the second one is in my Sandworms colorway, which is super fun. This one I am holding a flock double with just a lace mohair. So it's not quite a worsted gauge, but the rib and the stretch of it does make for some flexibility in the sizing. So yeah, that is that. And then I have one last knit project that I am working on currently, which to be honest has also been on the back burner for quite a while. But it is a new colorwork raglan sweater design that I am working on, and it is, if you can't tell, inspired by The Shining. This has been a really complex design with some tricky grading, so that has kind of taken the steam out of it a little bit for me. But this is my second sample, and I am going to be picking it back up after the holidays. I love it so much. I'm so excited. And for this, I'm using the sport weight version of my Peruvian Highland wool. And actually for the red in this sample, I decided to get extra crazy, and I am holding flock doubled with the mohair to get the sport gauge. So I just, needed to make things more complicated for myself, as usual. And I may make a dedicated video for this sweater in the future. For sure, there will be a makeup look involved with this finished product. And I'll also be dyeing up some kits for these in a few different color palettes. That's a little ways down the line, but I will keep you updated on all of that. And on that note, I'll take a second here to just plug my newsletter. If you are interested in staying in the loop outside of YouTube and Instagram on projects, shop updates, exclusive discounts, and also some possible test knitting in the future. So I will have that linked below for you as well. Next up, I actually have some crochet. I saw Tony from TL Yarn Crafts make a granny square blanket out of her fingering weight mini skeins. So that is my plan for these guys. Right now I have 8. I don't know how many I'm going to be making. I don't really know how big I want my blanket to be. But I thought this sounded like a really fun way to get at least some of these mini skeins used. I have so many from both purchasing advents and then dying advents and then just picking up random minis along the way. And then also I did want to show off this one. So this is my Sandworms colorway that I am working that Cedar Trails beanie in as well. But the color pooling is so fun on this granny square. And it is making me want to just make a whole oversized like cardigan or sweater just like this. It is so fun. But yeah, those are all the yarny projects that I have right now. Next up, we are going to talk about some reading. My partner and I got our library cards earlier this year, which has been really fun. And when I go to the library, I basically just browse the aisles up and down looking for the little horror sticker, which is this cute little Frankenstein. And then I just pick a few that sound interesting. So the first one that I have is In the House in the Dark of the Woods, which is just a short, just over 200 page little witchy book. I'm only about a third of the way into it so far, but I am enjoying it. It's spooky and kind of like what is happening, what is going on vibes. So I am looking forward to getting more into this one. And then the second book is My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. And I believe I saw this on Sinead Hannah's YouTube channel in a recommendation video. I don't really know much about it. It is the first in the Jade Daniels, I think, trilogy. But yeah, I have been wanting to try out some Stephen Graham Jones to see if I like his style. So I am super excited to get into that one. So yeah, that is my current little reading list, and I am on Storygraph if you want to follow me on there. I will link that below, and I will also link my Letterboxd below if you want to follow me on there. I don't review anything, but I do just like to use it to keep track of the things that I watch. And as for things that I've been watching, first of all, Welcome to Derry. We have been really enjoying that so far. It's not perfect. But I do love especially the newer films, and you know I love Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, and it's just cool to get to start seeing things connect even beyond it. We've also been watching a lot of Christmas and winter themed movies, trying to branch out and find some new to us Christmassy horror gems, and then get in those nostalgic classics as well. But yeah, I will have my Letterboxd linked down below if you want to see everything that we've watched this month and even this whole year. And then before I go, I did want to talk about some of those makeup looks that I have in mind. And a few of these I have been thinking about for several years and have just been intimidated by, which sounds really dumb when I say it out loud. Because, you know, I've done Pennywise and Pinhead and then even Art the Clown, which were all so much work, but they are some of my favorite looks to this day. So 0. Here comes the boy. Oh, yes. But I think it really all boils down to like underestimating myself and also putting too much pressure on myself. But anyway, I'm just gonna list off kind of the brain dump of ideas that I've had going on. Oh, this boy. Get some purring in. So first, since it is that time of year, I was kind of thinking some like creepy peppermint swirl kind of look. So you may be seeing that here sometime soon. Then we have Gladys from Weapons, which I'm sure that you know was super, super, super popular this Halloween. It was all over social media, and I mean for good reason, but I just like a little too popular for me, if that makes any sense. And probably to my disadvantage, I generally don't really like doing things that are like extremely popular in the moment. Like now that things have calmed down a little bit, I'm more apt to want to do it. I don't know. Am I weird? Yes. Then we have Vecna from Stranger Things. This is one that's been on the list for several years, and I just haven't really known how to approach it, and I just kind of like put it in the back of my mind. But it is high up on the list. Oh, this buddy. I don't know when that stopped recording. I got distracted by 0. And then speaking of Welcome to Derry, Periwinkle. The first time that I saw the makeup in one of the earlier episodes, I was like, oh, that would be fun to do for a look or something inspired by that. And then after episode 7, I was like, oh, yeah, I really want to do that. And next is Barbara's monster mask, and I guess also Adam's mask from Beetlejuice. So last year I actually purchased some of the supplies that I would need to start this project, and then kind of like Vecna, I wasn't really sure how to approach it, but truly I just need to get out of my own way and start it. So that and Vecna are projects that I would really like to do this coming year. And then I've also been wanting to do a like Frankenstein's bride look, and now that the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein is out, I may kind of shift gears a little bit and do something inspired by that, but maybe still do like a bride. I don't know, that's one that I've wanted to do for a while now. And lastly, for now anyway, I would like to give my White Walker another go. Several years ago now, I don't even know how many years ago, we shot the photos for it down while I was visiting my sister in Utah, but I never went back and filmed the tutorial. So I kind of would like to tackle that one again, so that is on the queue. But I think that's everything that I wanted to share for today. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of video from me. And I'm gonna be kind of experimenting with different types of content to see what I like other than tutorials. So if there is anything you might want to see from me, just let me know down below. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Thank you always for being here. I so appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one.